Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Helen from Contagious Creativity and I'm going to be making two journal spreads today. In my traveller's notebook, it's a standard size traveller's notebook and I use it to document our days. So these are a couple of days from half term, and the first one is the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. So it was all of the twos. So I wanted to commemorate that using lots of twos on the page because I thought it was quite funny. And I've just got some of my jelly printing here that I've used. I've just torn off a bit of this. I did this on rice paper, so it's super duper thin, and that's really good for your journals because it doesn't bulk it out. And I'm simply just popping lots of twos. I'm using the first image and then I'm also doing the ghost prints as well on the stamp, and just making a little thing of the fact it was the date with all the twos. I'm using Stays on Ink. It was fine because if you saw my last video you know that Stays on Ink goes through the journal pages, but because I was doing it on that piece of paper it didn't matter at all. I've also printed out a really large date because I thought it was a cool date and I wanted to commemorate it. I really like numbers. Does anyone else like numbers? Strange. I know that some people think that kind of if you've got quite a creative brain you don't really like numbers, but I really like numbers. When I because I'm a primary teacher by trade, although I'm not actually teaching right now, although I say that, and then my last video I spelt February wrong. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Caroline, for spotting that. I have changed it. I didn't even spot it when I was editing it. Oh, I feel so stupid. But anyway, as I was saying, I was a primary school teacher and I used to love teaching maths. It was my favourite subject to teach. I find numbers fascinating. But anyone else like numbers? Or are you more of a wordy person? I am actually dyslexic, believe it or not, which is quite probably why I spelled February wrong. But I didn't get diagnosed until I was in university, so pretty good at masking it all throughout school days. And I do like writing and I love reading, so it's all very strange. Anyway, I am sticking down, I haven't talked about the page at all, have I? I'm sticking down some bits that the girls got. They went out with their nanny this day and they went to go see Sing 2. We saw Sing 2 once before, but we got evacuated. There was some teenagers smoking in the toilets and they set off all the fire alarms and the whole building got evacuated, so we didn't get to see it all. So their nanny said that they could go and watch it with her, and they came back with these bits and bobs and they didn't want them, so they're gone in my journal. So I've got, I can't even remember his name, the main chap out of somebody Moon, anyway, Mr. Moon, and a big microphone, which kind of set the feel of the page, so I knew I wanted the blues and the purples. I also had these new socks, which I'm actually wearing right now. Ooh, spooky. And they're from Jules. I got them in their 20% off Valentine's sale, I think, when we went to a Jules shop, went to a place which had a Jules shop the other day. And they're so comfortable, but also they are supporting the RSPB, which I love my birds. I think they're beautiful creatures, so I wanted to put that in there. It also sort of went with the colours. I also had a couple of pictures from the day. I'm so stupid. This is a sprocket one, and if you know anything about a sprocket, you know that the paper is sticky. It's like a sticker. So I glue it down and then go, what am I doing? So I then actually stick it down with the sticky paper and then take it off and do it properly. So the first picture, this one here, it was with my daughter's got a balloon and she had a friend which was a balloon which she called Sad Face Balloon, and Sad Face Balloon obviously met the untimely death of all balloons and deflated. But she loved Sad Face Balloon, and then she made a new friend, and she always draws her faces with a straight line mouth, and so it looks a bit like Sad Face. Then I've got the other picture, which is of the two of them putting on a show because they are obsessed with doing shows at the moment. They are continually dancing and singing for my entertainment, which is lovely. So I took a picture. It's quite funny. Merida's face, if you could see it, she's like really stony faced and serious, and then Bethany is a blur because she's moving so quickly. The little sock and knitting bits and bobs, I got those. They're from Pip Sticks, but I got them through Gretel Creates, and also these balloon animals I also got from Gretel Creates too. They're really cute. I can't remember the name of the brand, but they're from her shop. The pen, which you might have seen in a previous process video, I still haven't stuck them into my book. They're from Pip Sticks. And then I'm just swapping out this sticker. This is from Ellen B Designs. I always get in muddle whether it's designs or makes. And so I thought that was quite good because I washed my hair and it felt really good that day to have really clean hair. Then I'm trying to work out where to put this little squidge. The previous bath one was a squidge. They're from Stick with the Plan, which is another British or English actually shop. So I'm trying to work out, because I did some jelly printing that day whilst the girls were out, which was quite fun. Just took a bit of time out just for me. So I put the little artist squidge there. Then, because one balloon animal is not enough, I then add some more balloon animals. And not very well, because I stick it over the E of Tuesday and have to repeel. Also, yes, I am wearing my delightful, very old dressing gown at this point. My pink, slightly sort of going grey pink now, but it's very cosy. Then I think, that fits perfectly, forgetting the fact that the hooray will fit perfectly because I've got the clips there and I've got another space. Oh dear, stupid. So then I'm just looking through my stash for purples, blues and pinks to stick on the page, because that's the kind of colours that are coming through from the ephemera from the girls' day and also from the jelly printing. And so, as you can see, I finally moved that clip, so I'll notice in a minute that I have got that gap and have to fill it in with something. But I've looked for ages, so I've just cut that bit out for you, because you don't need to sit and watch me just flick through. So lots of balloons because of the balloon, and there we go. I've done my journaling. And then thinking there's something missing, so I just add some purple dots, and then I add some blue dots just to sort of fill in any white gaps, because I'm not really a good one for white space. I like to fill it in as much as possible. These are the Zig Clean Dot markers. I do highly recommend these. I say it before, time and time again. I thought they were a complete waste of money until I got one. And then I realised, oh yeah, I see why these are so useful. So that's that page done. It's done with lots of bits and bobs from the day and bits of my own stuff, whereas the second page you're going to see is done very much with a collection. So I thought I'd put these two together. Not only are they one after the other in the book, but also they're two very different spreads. So the next spread is of a day. We went to a National Trust property and they had a Percy the Park Keeper walk, and I'm going to be using the Reaching Out collection, and it is from, I'm just looking now, it's from Jen Hadfield. So the reason I chose this is because it's got these the tones that kind of work with the pictures, the colours and tones, but also it's kind of got an outdoorsy feel. I believe it was a kind of lockdown kind of collection, but it works with it works with family times. Also, it's got florals, and the greens and the blues kind of work with the outdoorsy vibe of this page. This is a picture that I was just cutting out with me in it. It's not a very good picture of me, to be honest. I'm putting a rather strange face because I'm talking to the children, but it's a picture that's not a selfie, and those are so rare. So I wanted to put it in, even though it is just a weird, I'm sort of pulling a weird gurning face, but do you know what? There's a picture of me that I didn't take, and I want to put it in there. My mum came with us, so she was able to take a couple of pictures. And there's also a picture of her, but unfortunately I didn't get any with her actual face this trip, so I'll have to do better next time. The girls did the Percy the Park Keeper trail, and they got a little bag of goodies to do it, and one of them was like a leave us some feedback, and obviously I don't need to leave too lots of feedback, so I cut this one up. and it's just the little rabbits, and I use it to do something magical. Not really, I just use it to help with the fact the paper is a bit short, as you'll see. So this floral really sprung out to me because it's got lots of the colours from the pictures, and it's also got that outdoorsy vibe. I have a real fight with getting it off. I really struggle with it. I don't know why the perforation wasn't quite working. So it's a little shy of the bottom there. So I wanted to do it just a straight-ish line, but like a ripped line down the side. And then I was going to use these rabbits to kind of fill in that little gap. Then if I tear it, it looks like it's all just meant to be, because that the bigger piece with the florals is torn. And then that one bit as well can be torn. It just looks like it's all meant to be. It's not really hiding a gap at the bottom. So this is cardstock, so it is a little more bulky. But because I used thinner stuff on the previous page, I don't mind too much. All my journals get a bit bulky by the end. I am actually going to try a new journal. Not this month, but next month. I've got it on order, and so it should be ready for next month. And it is it's bound with strings rather than staples, which I know is better, but I haven't been able to find one that I've liked properly. So fingers crossed, I've got one on order, and hopefully it will do the job and be a little better at not falling apart. I don't know, maybe it won't be, because I do pack my journals really full. As you can see from this hump, the way I had to sort of squeeze the snowy bit of that rabbit card round the corner because it's getting near the end of the month. So now I'm trying to work out where to put my pictures. If you know me, I don't like things particularly in straight order, straight like lines and stuff. So I put them like this, and then I don't actually stick them down like that in the end. Then I'm using this Wednesday to kind of make that abrupt line of the snow kind of work again, so it looks like the snow comes out of the Wednesday. So it's all about illusions, looking like I haven't just run out of stuff, I have just meant it to be like that. Then I'm looking for some paper because I think it needs matting, backing, whatever the word is. The photos excuse me, need something to make them kind of sit on the page a bit better. So I find this green polka dot one, and is anyone else like this, that they like to make sure they don't use too much of it? I have so much stuff, I know I do, but I like to try and get the most out of my pads of paper. So I sort of mat the back, the first one, the big one, first, and then work out what one I can stick on next, so I've got the most amount of paper left on my pad. And see, I haven't even taken it out so I don't lose it, and yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm like, yeah, no, that will work, just a little green, yeah, that's fine. Just all about keeping your stash. No, you shouldn't. You should use your stash. I'm really trying this year to not buy loads more things. It's not always working, but I have plenty of stuff, so I want to make sure I'm using what I have. I definitely like these kind of collections. These are good if you're not feeling particularly creatively inspired. If you've got a paper pad and you've got a sticker sheet or some ephemera, some die cut things, then you kind of can make a page quite easily. So and without having to look through lots of things. So I do like these, and I think if I did buy something else, it might be another collection. I don't know, but I'm trying not to buy all of the things, even though they're all so beautiful. They really are. So nearly done. I could have left this as kind of like a film strip, but I decided not to because it doesn't really work with the rest of the feel of the page. But that is a nice way of doing your pictures, if you want to have like a nice strip down the side, like a film strip. So then I rearranged them, totally different from how I had them before. So there we go. And that's kind of what I wanted, because I wanted them not to look like they're all in a straight line. And that's then I finally get around to sticking them down. It was a very photo heavy day. I could have printed out about 10 photos, but knew I didn't need them, so I kind of just got a few of my favourites, plus I had that one of me, just as I said before, because it's a picture of me that's not a selfie. Do you get people to take pictures of you? I feel really awkward going, will you take my picture? Even if it's like to my mum, who I know very well. It's funny, isn't it? I don't know why we don't have, we feel like we shouldn't be egocentric, maybe. I don't know, maybe that's my feeling. But I will take a million pictures of the girls. The girls have so much of their life documented, not just in my journals, but also on a million pictures that I have up on the cloud. They're going to know what they did every day of their lives. Then I've got the sticker pack here. These are cardstock stickers, so they are a little more bulky than traditional kind of papery ones. This is, like I said before, it's a lovely collection. I really like the colours in it. And it was a really fun day, so I'm using lots of happy, smiley, awesome, ephemera, sticky bits and bobs. #happy, because I was really happy with my girls. It was really nice to be able to be outdoors. Definitely something during half term. We were outdoors a lot, even though the weather wasn't brilliant because of all the storms. We went outside a lot, and we're all just so much happier when we're outdoors. So then I want to say that it was a sunny day. Even though it was colder, I want to say it was a sunny day. So, oh no, I've got a flag first. The flags I find a little tricky sometimes to put in, but I thought, oh, I can use that there, just because then I can do my writing around it, and it should look quite pretty. And then a little note. I can't remember what I write on the note, but I have a plan. So now I'm at the point where I'm going, filling in that gap there. Then am I going to find that sunshine yet, or am I going to do my smiley faces? Smiley faces first. Heart eyes, because it's my mum and my eldest daughter. The sunshine, because it was a sunny day. And I think I put another smiley face on. Am I going to do it? Oh no, maybe not. Then a peace sign. That's it, peace sign. There we go. There's a lovely picture. They had on the trail at the end. You could take your picture with Percy the park keeper. Little cool dude from my youngest there, sat on a bench in the stumpery, which is sweet. Because of the hump, that had pinged up again, so I'm just kind of trying to stick it down a little bit. So just sticking it down a little bit whilst I move things around with the other hand. There we go. And then more stickers, because why not more stickers? I put this Booyah sticker down because we've been listening to Encanto, of course, because I think the whole world is at the moment, isn't it? And there's a bit where Mirabelle says Booyah, and we all sing it quite loud. Then I love these little tiny phrases, so sticking one of those. So sweet, because Mary did a beautiful cheesy sweet grin. And then another one about better together with the girls, on their picture with Percy and his friends. And that's all I do for that little bit. Then I do my journaling, and that's what it looks like. Then, because of I've got a few little white spaces, I fill them in with some little blue marks. You can see on the paper that there are little blue, I guess they're supposed to be hyacinths or something. Do I mean hyacinths? I don't know. Do I mean hyacinths? I'm not sure. So I'm trying to recreate those. I realise they look a little bit like rain, and it wasn't a rainy day, so I go over them again and make them more circular, so they look a little bit more like in the paper. What do I mean? I'm not sure what I mean now. Anyway, those flowers with the kind of bobbly bits, the bluey kind of ones, and that's what that looks like. So that's my page. It's another page all done with kind of one real collection, a little bit of ephemera, and obviously one of the stickers from my shop, the Wednesday, but not much from the day, whereas the other one was much more ephemera based, all stuff that was happening in the day. I hope you found this useful and enjoyable, or just a bit of fun. I'd also like to know what you've been doing whilst you have watched this. If you have watched it to the end, what were you up to? Did you journal with me, or did you make the tea or run the kids' bath? Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Bye for now.